What's going on, beautiful folks? Lee Hammock, your favorite self-aware diagnosed narcissist, here with another episode of Mornings with Lee. Today, we're going to be talking about when the narcissism takes over. When it takes over your partner or parent, kind of like a spirit. It's not. I don't think it's a spirit. Yeah, we're not going to get into a spirit. It's a spiritual. This is not spirituality with Lee Hammock this morning. No. But there comes a point in time, like I think we all understand that narcissistic people, and this is just my belief. I ain't gonna say we all understand it. But this is my personal belief as a diagnosed narcissist that like narcissists are not bad 100% of the time, right? It's not 100% of the time when they're being toxic, when they're being narcissistic. It can be a lot of the time. And then, in the beginning, they might be on their best behavior for a lot, right? But then as the relationship progresses, it transitions into them being maybe more bad than good, right? So in that instance, when that type of stuff starts to happen, the narcissistic person or toxic person, like, becomes somebody different. Like, I really do feel like narcissism is a different part of the personality dynamic. It's a different part of the narcissist brain. And I kind of speak about this from like personal experience because like even in my own real life, even my own genuine life, I'm not, I'm not a bad person. I'm good most of the time, but when I get triggered, it's like the narcissistic part of me takes over. Like, really. And sometimes sometimes I cannot control it. Something like um, even last night, a guy messaged me on Facebook and said that I was doing more harm. I was already in a bad mood. I was already kind of sitting there just trying to plan my day out and just like being stressed out because my days I spent a lot of time on the road and stuff like that. Um, so I was already on the way to doing it. I was already in a bad mood. All of a sudden I get a message, "You're doing more harm than good." And I was like, and the thought rolled to my head, to just like, I'm about to cuss this dude out. I am. And then I literally sent him a mean message, said, get off my beep, go do it yourself. If you don't do it, if you don't want to start your own page and talk about narcissists from a different perspective, shut the F up. Yeah, I was super angry. And then as soon as I sent the message, I was like, ugh, I felt bad immediately. Like it's kind of like the narcissism took over, maybe send that message and then immediately retreated. Because I started immediately feeling bad. I was like, oh my goodness. And then I just see the message like a few minutes later. I'm about to go to sleep out of shame. But I see the message a few minutes later. I'm like, man, look, sorry. I was in a bad headspace when I sent that message. You didn't deserve that. Instead of responding to your message, I reacted out of anger. I was in a bad place right now. And I said, sorry. He said, all good, man. It's like, it was just a bad response. Like I said, I literally felt ashamed of doing it, but I just could not stop it. Once the thought came to my mind of how I should respond, it's like the phone floated to my hands, like the phone's like Thor's hammer. I was like, I'm not gonna say it. I'm putting my phone down. My phone's like, vroom. I'm like, huh? Send. No, it's too late. I was gonna try to unsend it, but I saw he read it. I like, no. And I can feel like a lot of y'all have dealt with narcissists in that instance right there. And this is not me trying to make excuse for my behavior. That's why I apologize. I literally apologize. It was me, 100% me. I had the thought. I executed on it. There was 100% my fault and 100% out of line, right? To respond to somebody like that. But most narcissists are not going to take accountability like that, y'all. Seriously. I'm not trying to make excuses for their behavior, but sometimes they really cannot control it. So you have to ask yourself, if they cannot control it, do I want to deal with this? How long do I want to deal with this? I know a lot of y'all are already in it, and some people don't plan on leaving. Hey, your life is your life. You have to live your life to the the extent that you want to live it, right? But some people don't want to live their lives and be sad as hell all the time. You know what I mean? Some people want to live their lives and be happy. And you can be, I feel like sometimes if you start taking your own peace back and focusing on your own peace, you have the possibility of being as happy as you possibly can in a relationship with a narcissist. Once you understand the fact that sometimes they can't control these toxic ass behaviors, and then you're gonna have to live with it. I mean, how you deal with it is gonna be how you deal with it. Like the rage, sometimes the rage is uncontrollable sometimes, right? Sometimes you get the blackout rage. Sometimes you get the narcissist that has the psychotic breaks. You get a lot of that right there. You get a lot of that in these situations and whatnot, right? So, and if they keep having constant rage outbursts, this is who you're going to be dealing with. There's no middle ground. There's no like, oh, I'm going to change my behaviors. Like, this is the person that you will be dealing with. This is them, right? This is who you're going to be dealing with. This is who you're going to be battling. This is the mindset. This is the mentality of the person you're going to be facing. So narcissistic people, toxic people this is what you're going to have to face. Oh my God, I forgot I got to do that tomorrow. Oh, baby steps, y'all. Baby steps are still steps. But this is the mind. This is the mindset. This is the mentality that people are going to face. Narcissistic people, toxic people are going to continuously do this type of stuff. Like if they can't control it, they're going to just abruptly explode on you. Like if they can't control it, they can't do it, they can't manage themselves correctly, they're going to continuously abruptly explode on you. Like, and unless they go to therapy, there's really no change in those behaviors, especially like if they are an alcoholic or a drug addict or something along those lines. And the narcissism comes out more when they're on that. If they don't break, even if they break that substance addiction, the narcissism will still be there. If they don't replace that addiction with something healthier, the narcissism will still be there. They're still going to be have uncontrollable rage episodes and whatnot. That's why I say when the narcissism takes over. I know people are going to see the title of like when the devil takes over, Lee, when the demon takes over, Lee, not the narcissism. No, the demon inside of you, Lee, when it takes over, not the narcissism. I know, I get it, y'all. Like I said, but that's the space that so many people fall into right there, y'all. That's what I'm just trying to say. If you're dealing with a narcissist or a toxic person, sometimes they cannot control those behaviors. But again, that's not an excuse for their horrible, toxic behaviors. Just because they can't control it does not give them an excuse to be horrible to you. Just because they can't control it does not give them an excuse to be toxic towards you, right? So narcissistic people, toxic people are going to continuously do the same things over and over again because at the end of the day, there's some type of benefit in it for them. They get a benefit out of behaving this way when they're aware of it. The things that they are not aware of it, they still get a little bit of benefit from it. Maybe not so much. Like if the things that they're not aware of, they still do and they still mess with you. This is what this is what you're gonna have to deal with. Like this is not me trying to be this is not me trying to be doom and gloom on you and whatnot, but this is me just trying to be realistic to say, hey, look, this person is not going to change their behaviors because they get a benefit from it. And even if the rage episodes, like the narcissists lose control, rages out on you, right? They lose control, they rage out on you. You end up apologizing to them for making them rage, and they just keep raging out on you over and over again. Again, if they rage out on you sometimes, uncontrollable rage, the rage brings in the shame. You remember that shame I told you I felt last night for sending that message? Like there's like a little mini narcissistic rage episode, right? And the rage comes out and they feel shame for it. And then what do? Like if they feel shame because of the rage, what happens? You see what I'm saying? What happens in that space right there? If I feel shame because of the rage, then maybe the shame makes me rage more. You see what I'm saying? Like the shame adds to the rage sometimes. The shame, but you know, it contributes to the rage sometimes. So you have, like I said, it makes them rage more because now they're embarrassed that they reacted out of character towards you. Now they're ashamed that they reacted out of character towards you. Now this is the type of stuff that happens, y'all. This really is the type of stuff that happens. Like they get embarrassed because they reacted a certain type of way towards you, and then they let the embarrassment lead them to do more embarrassing things. That's why a lot of people refer to that as a shame spiral. They're ashamed of what they've done, and now they're spiraling out of control with it. They're ashamed and they're spiraling. So this is the type of person you have to continue to deal with and continue to mess with, y'all. But anyways, y'all, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. If you don't know, we have our next in-person event. Our next live in-person event is going to be in Dallas, Texas. We're doing Dallas, Texas on November the 2nd. Dallas, Texas, November the 2nd. Me and Nia Renee are coming to you November the 2nd in Dallas, Texas. November the 3rd in Houston, Texas. November the 3rd in Houston, Texas. Y'all can get registered at you can get registered at mentalhealness.net/events. It's gonna be a fantastic event, y'all. I love doing these events. I love getting to meet y'all in person and whatnot. You see, Healing for Narcissistic Abuse workshop in person, November 2nd and 3rd. The 2nd in Dallas, the 3rd in Houston, Texas. Nia Renee and myself will be getting it on 21 days from today. Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas. Get registered up. Enter the code MENTAL10 MENTAL for 10% off live in-person workshop. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, y'all, Mental Healness is out. Peace.
Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I am extremely grateful for you. Have no idea. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Helps reach more people. And click on the screen to watch another video or to browse through another playlist. There's also a link on the screen to check out my courses and my support groups to help you heal and understand what you've been through. Thank you so much again. I will see you in the next video. Peace.